Yo, what's going on, man? Welcome to Power Plays Palace. We back again for another.
Hey, man, it's Friday. Mm.
Boom. So that's spy chart from yesterday. So yesterday we were looking for a spy if it could reclaim long above 711.19 with an entry above 711.20, 711.80 with our stop below 709.80. Target 712.80, 714.50, and 717. But if it did not break above those pre-market highs and hold, and stalled out in that area, we're looking for entry around 710, 711.50 with a stop above 712.80. Target 709.20, 708.20, and 706.94. And that'll be if it did not hold up. But let's see what the chart did yesterday. All right, so this is SPY on yesterday. It opened up at around 709.50. Then it pushed up into that 712 area, right? And it tried to break through and then it started to pull back. Tried to break through some more consolidated. And I remember we're in all-time high areas, so you have to be mindful of that. But when it couldn't break through at about 1 o'clock, SPY dropped from 711 to 702. That was a huge drop, $9 drop right there. And it did it fairly quickly, man, about 45 minutes. And then immediately after that, it went from 702 and ran back up to 709. And then for the end of the day, it kind of consolidated in that 709, 706, 709 area. And so that's what we had yesterday. But we had a huge drop off here when it couldn't break through. It tried to break through 712, 712. It couldn't. Huge drop off and and then it back up. So looking at the chart, um, if you play the charts, uh, you could have got the 712 possibly right at the beginning of the day, but once it went up there, kind of played around and stalled out before it pushed back down. And so that's what we were able to see. So although we was in this huge uptrend and everything was moving up, you have those pullbacks, and that was a huge pullback. So when you play the put side, then you did pretty well on that. Now, let's look at the chart for today. All right, so we can look at what's going on in the pre-market. So in the pre-market, what we have is spot opens up in the same general area where it closed at, consolidated to about almost 7 o'clock, and then at 7 o'clock, it shot up past yesterday's high, established a new pre-market high for today, and right now it's currently after retesting some areas, these some previous levels that you see the purple and the blue, and now it's working its way back up after that retest with the VWAP, trailing behind it. So we see that going on the pre-market. So let's look at the chart for today. We're looking to see if it breaks above this pre-market high. If it breaks above the pre-market high, we'll be looking for an entry in this area around the 713 area with our stop below 709, with our targets being 714.80, 716.80, and 719.50. So that'll be interesting if that can happen. But if it rejects, off these pre-market highs and come back to the 712.35, uh, we'll be looking for an entry around the 711.80 to 712.60 With our stop above 214, I mean 714.20 targets, being 709, 708, and 705, and that's based on the current levels. But also remember that yesterday's low was 702. So that's always a factor that could come into play if it breaks below this 705.80 level. Then that's always a factor that could come into play. So what we want to do is we want to definitely be mindful of that, and then be disciplined when we making our trades. Make sure we follow our levels and stay disciplined. I don't know how often you all follow these plays, but if you follow the plays in the charts lately, and really over the time since I've been doing this, majority of the time, you get some movement in one of these areas reacting off these zones and these key areas. The key is when you get in and when you get out, and how confident you are when you plan it that it can make it to that next move. So it's not financial advice, but that's just something I observe. As I'm looking at these charts and doing things during the day. Like yesterday, you had to be patient. It happened at 1 o'clock, but it pushed back down and it was ready to go. But if you had stayed true to what the chart said, that once it goes into the highs or the pre-market highs and it stalls out, then there's a possibility it's coming back down to retest some previous levels, because support becomes resistance and resistance becomes support. So that's how those levels are established in the first place. So that's what we are. That's our trading plan for today. Hey man, if you like what you see in the videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. And if you want to trade with us, come over to Power Plays, man, and let's trade, man. We out there's our Discord. We over there doing the thing. And you can have a good day with us, and we can learn and get better and work on our trading together. And that's what I have for today. Now, get out there, do your thing, man.